You don't need expensive tools to create beautiful gel print. Welcome to the studio, it's Froyle here, and today I'm starting a new series called Cheap and Easy. Gel printing techniques that are cheap, that are very easy, and that are a whole lot of fun. So I bought these 4 table mats from Temu. Very cheap. And my idea is to try them on the gel plate, pull some prints, maybe create some layers and see what we can create. So I've got my 9x12 gel elf plate and I'm starting with my favorite color, the beautiful deep violet on the gel plate, rolling it on and putting on the table mat. Now I pushed it into the paint, wasn't really sure how it would print, but when I pulled it off, oh, it looks fantastic. I put the printing paper straight on the wet paint and pulled it straight away. And look how fabulous it turned out. I was so amazed. The lines are more detailed than I actually thought would work. So I tried it again with a little bit thicker paint on the gel plate, straight on with the table mat, put the paper straight on, pulled the print, and it turned out even more beautiful. I'm absolutely so fascinated by the detail in the lines. So when these prints were dry, I decided to add some metallic pen onto the lines, enhancing the fabulous design. And look how beautiful they look. This one's got the copper line on it. I just followed what was there from the imprint of the table mat and I'm so impressed. And this one, the second one, I put the gold pen on. Oh, I absolutely love them both. I didn't really know what to expect, but I didn't think they would turn out so good with the fine lines. I'm loving this. You know, I could get a little carried away. So then I put cobalt blue on the plate and I'm pushing on this particular table mat. I know they're round shapes on my rectangle with gel plate, but it doesn't matter. Now I'm pushing it down with some tissue because I wanted to get the paint out from all the little shapes in the design, but I'm finding they're not exactly like a mask when you pull out all of that paint around the shapes because they are a lot thicker. But it left fabulous pattern in the wet paint. I pulled it straight away with the printing paper and it turned out just beautiful. So then I pulled out the next mat and again I'm putting on some tissue to try and get some of that paint out from in between the little intricate areas of the design. And it turned out fabulous on the gel plate. This time I let the paint dry and then I rolled on my favorite iridescent bronze fine and pulled the print. This print turned out absolutely beautiful and I was encouraged by creating the second layer on the plate. So then the next one, I started with one of my masks. I rolled on copper paint across the mask, creating those shapes on the gel plate before I added my fabulous table mat. I added the beautiful cobalt blue again to push the fabulous designs onto the plate. And then when that was completely dry, I rolled on cadmium red. I was being a little bit daring with this one. I always like to push it and create something else each time I try and make a print. It pulled up fabulous. What do you think about this idea? Have a look at how great these first prints turned out. I'm really impressed. But as I said, when I was pushing it on with the tissue, it was hard to remove the paint out from around the shapes because the table mats are so thick. So really, they kind of work like a texture plate, pushing the texture into the wet paint on the gel plate. I was actually so amazed at how detailed the prints have come out. Look how beautiful this is. You can see all of the incredible detail from the table mat. They actually are turning out better than I expected. And here's the one with my mask and all of those fabulous layers. That turned out really beautiful too. I'm loving the designs. I'm telling you, they were so cheap, like $2.50 or $3.50. what an easy way to create a texture plate. So, of course, I had to pull out my big gel plate because there's a lot of more experimenting to go. I've got my fabulous big plate, my 16 by 20 inch gel elf plate, and I'm starting with the Naples yellow reddish. It's one of my favorite colors, and I'm putting on rich gold with this, rolling it on the gel plate, and then I put down the table mat that has little ginkgo leaf shapes in it, pushing the texture into the wet paint. It really is so much fun experimenting. Then I added some Naples yellow to the plate and the deep violet, adding a second layer onto the plate and pushing in another one of the table mats. That first one that I was using with the beautiful swirling leaf shapes, I really like this one. Pushing that into the paint to see if I can create a couple of layers using the table mats for the texture. Now today I'm using a different wet strength tissue, not the carnival one. This one's a little bit thicker, a little bit softer. It was described on Amazon as wet strength tissue / teabag paper / mixed media paper. So I'm trying some different papers, but it's not quite the full size of my plate. It does have a little extra bit, but that doesn't worry me because I want to see how well this particular paper is going to print with all of these textures and layers and paint. Ta-da, ta-da! It pulled off the plate. Absolutely beautiful. Have a look at the glorious colors and the textures and the shine of the gold. I absolutely love the shine of the gold, and you can see the little patterns from the table mats. So then I decided to roll on magenta and deep violet onto the plate, pushing into it with my already favorite shapes of those swirling leafy patterns. I decided to pick up the print I had just done and create another layer on top. There's just so many ways to use these simple techniques. So many ways to create these beautiful gel prints. Then I added more paint onto the plate and put down the fabulous table mat again. You can see how I'm moving it across the gel plate, so it kind of creates layers on top of the patterns. These prints have turned out absolutely fabulous. What do you think? Have a look at the glorious shimmer of gold. This was the first one, and then this was the second one that I pulled on the plate, and I think both of them have worked really well. What I like about this kind of adventure creating with something absolutely brand new and experimental is one idea leads to the next idea. So the first prints that I took led on to the next idea, which leads to the next idea, which is why I end up printing so many papers. It's because I think of the next idea and I just have to try it. I really like these prints. I like the detail in the line. This one has the one that I put on the plate over it a few times. This is the one that I put back onto the plate and picked up some of that magenta and the beautiful deep violet. Both of them have worked really well, and both of them would be fabulous prints for background textures, for something. I could even put this onto a canvas. I could glue this onto a canvas to create fabulous background colors for a new collage. I think they're working really well, and I really love the pattern and design. Putting them on the plate like that and just repeating that pattern creates a really beautiful all over print cover. Even my little pieces, my little off-cut pieces look fabulous. So then I wanted to use one of the other shapes and patterns on the big plate, and I pulled out my dance moves and I put them on the plate first, because whatever you put on the plate first is going to be on top when you turn it over and pull the final print. So I put them on in black, wanted a little bit of drama, and then when those shapes were completely dry, I added the paint to the gel plate. This time I pulled out one of my little Meeden 100 color paints from the pack, sky blue I think it was, and I put it on with my favorite deep violet, mixing both of those colors together on the plate. Then I pushed in this table mat. I absolutely love these designs. It's kind of an Art Deco design, I'm thinking. Pushing it down with the wet strength tissue just to pull out some of that paint from those little intricacies of the elements. And I'm moving it across the gel plate, putting it down, rubbing it with the paper to pull off some of that paint, and then moving it again to another section. So it's creating those repetitive patterns and designs, and you don't really know what you're going to get until the end. Now, I thought the paint might have been a little bit thick and heavy, so I spritzed it with a little bit of water to break up the paint so that the pickup color would then be able to get through that paint layer and we'll be able to see it in the end on the final design. Now, for the pickup color, I'm using cadmium red and copper. Feeling very dramatic today. This is going to look stunning sitting against the beautiful cobalt blue color. So I've rolled that on the plate. Now remember, you do have to let all of these layers dry in between. And I'm pulling this print again with the same wet strength tissue that I'm using today. Now, I did give the print a fair amount of time to dry, but not really enough time, because when I pulled it up off the gel plate, my dance moves were a little stuck on the plate, but not to worry, I can fix it. Maybe if I had waited another half an hour, a little bit longer, they might have pulled up cleaner. But have a look at the print now. I gave the dance moves a bit of a touch up with a Posca pen. Super easy. It's all about easy today. Have a look at this print. I really love it. You can see here where I spritzed it with the water and more of that background copper and red came through. But then look at this section here. You can see the fabulous texture and the print from the table mat. Pretty sure this only cost me $2.50. So what have you got in your place? Have a little rummage through your kitchen or your dining room. Just don't tell anyone. Sneak it off to the studio. Because it makes a fabulous texture plate. I'm really impressed with this design. I love all the different colors that have come through from the print. I'm so impressed at how detailed these table mats are printing. This is the cheapest texture plate I've ever found. Really loving this one, loving the drama of the pattern and the colors. I think it works really well, giving it a spritzer to break up that paint. And I really like the design in this particular table mat as well. I think this one's my favorite so far, but I did like the colors of the other ones as well. I think I'm just feeling a little bit dramatic today, and this is working. I could use these shapes for focal points for other collages. Of course, they would cut out so easily to create focal points. That color is just glorious. But of course, I couldn't stop. I just wanted to do just one more. So this time I pulled out a ginkgo leaf stencil and rolled a beautiful cadmium red through the stencil onto the plate. Remember, if you're putting on a focal point like this, using the shapes or stencils or something along these lines, you do have to wait for it to dry. Then I'm putting on some beautiful vivid orange and some rich gold. I know, glorious colors. I just love them. And I'm putting on the table mat with the ginkgo leaf texture, putting it down, pushing it through with a piece of wet strength tissue, giving it a good rub to push in those beautiful shapes and textures into the paint. Then when that layer was dry, I put on some magenta and some of the reddish of the Naples yellow, beautiful colors, rolled it across the plate and put on my wet strength tissue. Then when it was dry, I pulled the print and I absolutely love it. It's beautiful. Have a look at the beautiful gold shining away with the vivid orange. I just love it. And you can actually see the ginkgo leaf pattern from the placemat or the table mat behind with the stencil on top. So this idea worked really well. Look at the glorious colors. I'm so surprised, really, that such a simple thing like a table mat, okay, they're not looking so beautiful anymore. Have a look at this one. This one worked exceptionally well with all of these lines. You see what I mean by it's more of a texture plate than anything else. Pretty good, worked well. And then this was the other type that I was putting on and pushing the paper on top to try and get some of that paint from those shapes. But because it's so thick plastic, it doesn't work as well like a mask where you could easily remove that paint from around the shapes, but it still did work really well and actually better than I expected. So texture plates, super easy. You only need one. It'll cost you $3, maybe $2. I got these ones from Temu, but you can get them from the dollar store or the cheap shop or even Amazon if you like. I think my prints have turned out beautiful and they'll make great collage paper for another beautiful artwork. You know it's going to happen. There's going to be more artworks made from the beautiful prints. Which one do you like the best? I don't know, man. I think I'm loving this one today. I like all these different colors with the blue and the beautiful red and the copper. But then, you know, I do always love the warm tones as well. But this overall print turned out better than I expected. The lines were more defined than I thought they would be, especially on these ones. Absolutely amazing. Thanks for joining me today. I hope I have inspired and encouraged you to find a $2 table mat. Create some beautiful prints on your gel plate. Super easy, super cheap, and it creates incredible, beautiful prints. Don't forget you can find more information in the description under the video, or you'll find me on froyalart.com. This is going to be a new series I'm starting. Every now and then we're going to do something cheap and easy. I'm going to show you ways to develop your creativity without spending a whole lot of money. So come back and join me again next time in the studio.